Hi parents, now for this one on waves, so like MIA has asked for all the other topics, so this is the last one. For waves, what I'll be doing is I'll be explaining to you on how exactly to solve this type of questions. Now a lot of students have noticed what they tend to do is they don't know how to actually use the graph. Now you need to understand that your displacement distance graph actually tells you two things. The displacement distance graph tells you one is the amplitude which will then be here. So this one will be your amplitude, and after one wave, so if let's say I start here, end of here, this would actually give you your wavelength, the wavelength. So if let's say, if you notice, this has one wave and 3/4, so if you got 1/3 wave, which is then 14, you just need to find out what is one wave. So that will then be 14 divided by 1.75, which is then 0.08 meters. So if you notice, SI units very important to always have. Now, period and frequency. The period and frequency can only be found by the displacement time graph. So always use that. Now here, if you see, I've written 7.5 milliseconds to the 3/4 point. So that means that your 3/4 period is going to be 7.5 times 10 power minus 3. Now if you look at it, so let me just erase that off. So then you see 7.5 divided by 0.75, I get 0.01 second. So I've already factored in the milli. This is how these graphs they get you. They always put in the milli or micro. So all this, the knowledge in your chapter 1 in terms of what is micro, what is kilo, all this you need to know. Now for frequency, it is just 1 over t, you see. So for frequency, it's very simple. You just take 1 over the period. And that means that I'll take 1 over 0.01 and I get 100 hertz. For the last part, wave speed is actually quite simple. You just need to use the formula. It's either going to be V equals F lambda or not lambda over T. So in this one, I used F lambda, and then the units is 8 meter per second. Now what I want you to just take away from this is that for waves, the most important is actually the axis. You need to see if it is written, like for here, it is written as cm. Some students, what they will do is they will just treat it as meter and then they will write in the value and then they get careless marks. So these are things that you need to be careful of. Like for this, I've written milliseconds. Sometimes what they do is they put milliseconds here itself. So just keep that in mind. Alright. So again, if any questions related to waves, please do ask in this video. Thank you so much.